Well, hello everyone and welcome to the first installment of my FSR highlights videos. Here it's round 2, it's classed as round 2 in Bahrain because round 1 was postponed. But basically what happened was, it seems something didn't want me to race. It was basically, firstly I disconnect towards the end of pre-quad. Luckily my bank lap was good enough. And secondly, basically the UI froze, which is why I'm starting from the pit as they delayed the start for me. So as you can see, the race has gotten underway. You can hear a lot of crashes, and at this point I was thinking, oh my god, it's all going down. But really what had just happened was Vicentovic had spun, but he was getting going again, and for some reason the lights stayed on until he'd gone past, and then that lost us a bit of time, and we are held there. As you can see, a lot of cars have started from the pit lane. That is because Lionel Clue ran into the back of Peter Schulze on the formation lap. Don't know how the heck that happened. I saw the incident. Don't know what happened there. But so we are underway, obviously at the back of the field in P30. But we were originally going to start on the options, but we've changed to the primes last minute. Now moving on to the end of the first lap. As you can see, there is Mihailo Vicentovic without a front wing after that start line incident that he had. So now heading up towards the final corner. As you can see, here comes Lionel Clue down the inside of Ton Oldenmenger, and they made contact. And Oldenmenger's ran the wrong way. As you can see, there's Will Barnes entering the pit lane. Eugene van Noppenberg also crashed out. So we are up into P26 right now, behind Lionel Clue in P25. Jordi Lopez also had an issue in front. So now we are up into P25 at this point. As you can see, we are under pressure from Tom Oldenmenger. He's got the run. We're struggling for pace a little bit at this point at the starter stint. So you can see Oldenmenger goes down the inside going into the first corner, and he has taken the position. So we have lost 25th. He would also get in front of Lionel Clue due to a mistake, and now he's right behind Stoyan Barbakov, but he's missed his braking point and he's hit Barbakov and has been clouted by Lionel Clue. Both have gone off the track. Lionel Clue retires because of that. We take 2 positions because of it as well. So we are up into P24. Oldenmenger then started closing. My pace was not great, so I really thought to myself, I need to pick up the pace and go how I've been doing in my race sims. And from then on, I started to really push, and my pace dramatically improved. I was being a lot more aggressive on like the exit of corners, but as you can see, I overdo it slightly there on the exit to the final corner, and Oldenmenger is now close again. He's got the move, he's got the run on me, heading up towards turn 1. We are going to brake as late as we can. We're going to try to hold it round the outside and get the drive off the corner, but he is able to find more grip on the rubbered in part of the track. So we're going to tuck into the slipstream. We're going to have a look down the inside, but there's a bit of contact. He's closed the door, and we both survive, and we maintain the position. At first I thought maybe I was a little bit over aggressive, but I was close enough to go for the move, and after the race Tom himself stated that there was nothing wrong with that move. So we are now in P21. There are a couple more cars that had issues during that time. So now on board with Robin Panzer, who is now right behind us. And as you can see, we make a slight mistake. We got caught out a little bit there by Lorenzo Di Cutis, who I caught early braking, and I ran wide. So I have now dropped to P22. As you can see, Lorenzo Di Cutis has gone wide ahead over the anti-cuts and went flying there, quite literally. So we're going to see if we can make any move here. And then he makes a slight mistake at the final corner, but we still don't think we're close enough. But we have such a straight line speed advantage here. And I was able to breeze past the NetRex Strato car to get up back up into P21. Now we are under pressure from Ivan Leonov, who has just pitted, so he's obviously doing a 2-stop, and we aren't able to stay ahead of him for long because we make a slight mistake at the final corner and he takes the position. Now moving on to lap 25, and it is time to pit for our only scheduled stop for the option tyres, where our pace is likely to be very strong on the first hit. So we come into the pits, but I actually forgot in the middle of editing the fuel load to put in, I forgot to click to change to the options, and that is utterly terrible for our race. It was a very bad mistake because we are going to have to make another pit stop. As you can see, we have rejoined behind the likes of Parado. Percentage of it has been lapped, but the likes of Parado, Barbakov, etc. So I had to make another pit stop. I made sure it wasn't going to refuel my car, as I have enough to make the end of the race, and it was just going to change my tyres. But still, it was a 6-second stop. As you can see, I'm getting quite impatient to get back out there because the way I was revving the throttle. So now, exiting the pit lane, we are down in P21, which is where we were before, but we are now way behind and about to be lapped due to this unscheduled stop. For the rest of the race, my pace on the options was good, and I was consistently catching the guys that I was battling. But that made it even more bitter, because then that actually made it obvious that I threw away what could have easily been a points finish through just forgetting to click a simple button to change the options. So we finished in P21, very disappointing way to start the year. I saw the positives that my pace was good, and even though I wasn't able to translate it into any points, I was able to see the positives. So it was a difficult day, but I did make it to the finish as well. My pace was probably better than it's ever been in an FSR race. Hopefully it'll be able to translate in my next race. I won't be present in the next race in Spain because I'll be at the BTCC race at Brands Hatch. Expect a vlog from that. But I will be back in Turkey, which is one of my best tracks. So, thank you very much for watching. My next video will be my Brands Hatch vlog in terms of FSR highlights. We'll see you in Turkey. Goodbye.